The opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of this network, their group, or other organization they may be involved with.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? Oh, my gosh, I'm a little box. Now I'm a big box. Woo! How is everybody today? Oh, man, so excited of what's going on today. Today is the IWK 710 Daily Session. Today, our puffing guest is Johnny Wheels. From Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys. So, hey, let's bring up our guest. Woohoo! And he's got a joint in his mouth. Woo!
How's it going?
Man. It's going so great. It's going so great. I'm really happy that you guys came up on that you came up on the show, agreed to come up. And we're so excited. We've been playing your music here as we've been puffing on various other shows, and so our watchers have been getting to know the sounds of Johnny Wheels and the harmonica blowing, and oh man, it's that skill and that art, man. It's man, you can feel the feeling through your music, and it's one of those situations that you're like, yeah, this guy uses this as a tool to heal.
Well, that's the truth, man. Music is energy. Our bodies are vibration and energy. So you use that to your advantage. It's a universal language, you know. Only music can be spoke across the world, no matter what language it's in.
Oh man, it's that's awesome. That's awesome how you say it. It's if you the viewers and you're watching today and you don't know who Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys are, this right here is this is off of I want to say 2 years ago the YouTube channel said, and it was the Garages, October 3rd, the 21st, and it's one of your guys' sets.
How you doing? Two great bands so far tonight. LightningInABottleRecords.com. If nothing else to remember, LightningInABottleRecords.com. These guys have been on stage and performed with Cheap Trick, Curtis Salgado, Dana Carvey, and Jim Belushi. That's a party in itself. So, and Dan Aykroyd, the whole Blues Brothers thing. Without further ado, everybody, Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys. Here we go.
How y'all doing here this evening? How about the Sugar Roots Band, huh? Yeah. And Mr. Mick Schaefer. Yeah. So we are not releasing a CD tonight, but we are soon. So we'd like to play our first song from that CD for you guys, if that's okay.
And now, is this the CD that sold out right away?
Or smoking weed? I'll let you guys decide which one. Light me up.
Oh, I love this song.
Yeah.
Let me out. I'll take you for a spin. That's all we got. Gather round with the ones you love. Give you a reason to light me up. Hold me in. Let me out. I'll take you for a spin. Gather round with the ones you love. Give you a reason to light me up. When I'm with you, you burn me right to my soul. When I'm without you,
This is a catchy tune, man.
light me up, hold me in, let me out. I'll take you for a spin. Gather round with the one you love. Give you a reason to light me up. Mr. Brandon Logan, light me up.
Wow. Wow. Oh, the harmonica!
Mr. Rick Sticks on the keyboard for you guys.
Man, we can watch that for hours, man, because that's like a whole live, dude. You guys, so that's what you're in store. If you go and you see Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys on a flyer or on a commercial or somewhere around you in the Oregon or the Washington area, man, that's what you're gonna miss if you don't go.
Yeah, we usually play like 2 hours. That was a long set.
Wow, man, it's dude, how long have you been doing music?
I mean, I was born with instruments in my hands, but as like a serious passion, since I was about 10, 11 years old, I started playing guitar, and then I played drums quite well for a while. And in my early 20s, I picked up the harmonica and been fronting my own bands for better part of 15 or so years.
Wow. And that brings us into the damn clock time over on the East Coast. Right now it is 7:10, so time to cheat up some. I got the old bong. You've been puffing your joint as we've been here, so oh yeah. So with you being in Oregon, man, do you get to grow a few plants and stuff, or?
Oh yeah, man. We all grow weed over here. It seems like I've done my better part of being on the forefront of helping weed become legal, so to speak. Or I the legality is give or take. It's acceptance is what I want. I don't care if it's legal or illegal. Just accept the fact that we're a bunch of stoners and we're good people too.
Right, dude. That's what it comes down to, man.
So yeah,
Um, I,
we used to grow some greenhouses out here, 100 foot by 100 foot long by 20 foot, and we'd put like 6 or 12 plants in there and just get them as big as we could, And so one year there was maybe 4 or 5 pounds a plant. That was pretty awesome.
So Kim Cooper there is my boss, dude, and Kim Cooper owns the station here at Knock Network, and she was covering the legalization of cannabis and throughout the Canada and stuff as it was going through, and she loves hearing different advocacy stories and stuff. Her and my buddy Sir Steve will have a show too. I don't if she reaches out to you, man, that would be an honor, dude, because it's all about it here on the program, dude. And
Yeah, man,
man, your music, dude. Yeah, your music is so healing it's awesome.
Music and marijuana, man. That's my medicine right there. I obviously I'm in a wheelchair. For people that don't know, I'm a quadriplegic, so I'm technically paralyzed from the chest down. But the reason I say that, it entails, fair share of pain that you go through every day, and spasm, things like that. And growing up, my mother was she has very bad rheumatoid arthritis, and so she spent her childhood battling, figuring out how to walk, and she's always been a cannabis proponent. And so I learned from her to, that marijuana was medicine. And then trying to get sick off of morphine or Vicodin or whatever else they want to give you, I just couldn't do it. And so I started smoking weed. I waited when I was 18, I started smoking weed, and just realized one hit would eliminate my spasms just instantly. And there's nothing else that can do that. I can't take a Vicodin and eliminate my spasms like that. And
No, and why would you? Yeah, why would you even want to? Yep. It's wow, dude. So do you take FICO and everything, and like the full come onto it all full regime against it, like edibles, FICO, all different sorts?
Yeah, I mean, there's no part of marijuana that I didn't learn how to utilize and learn how to make or grow or process. And so I've done it all. My go-to is a joint every time. It's just that instant hit off a joint just takes my body to a place that I need it to go, And then you maintain without edibles or whatnot. But I just love this plant so much. It's not only just like the effects that it has. It's a mystical plant itself. So when you grow it and smoke it and feel it and live with it and breathe it and get to love these plants, it's pretty amazing, man. There's no other plant in the world that can do what marijuana can do. Nothing at all.
Right. Well, and so us puppets do psychedelic reporters here on the network. And so we read a lot about different pain research and stuff like that, chronic pain and illnesses with different psychedelics as well. I mean, have you gone that far into your therapy as well, or in natural medicines?
You know, Oregon's on like the captain of the ship to put mushrooms as a medicinal medicine as well, and it's been an interesting thing for me because they work so well and they're so intense that sometimes my body goes into spasms that I can't and I don't necessarily like. But it's obvious the awakening of something that has been dormant for so long, you know, and that obviously hurts really bad, you know. Anytime if you sit on your foot falls asleep, and then when it comes back and wakes up, that shit hurts really bad, you know. It's a very interesting thing. So yeah, I've dabbled in the microdosing side of things for a little while now.
Okay, all right. All right. Yeah, no, man, this is so awesome, dude. So in your music, okay, so one of my favorite cover of your songs is the it feels like rain. That's one of my most favorite of your guys' songs. But now as I go and listen to your original stuff, you talk more. I mean, I don't know. They say a lot of rock and roll, a lot of blues is based off of drugs or the medicines that we take. But I mean, I don't hear much of it through your songs. You talk about other stuff as well.
Oh yeah, I mean the only song that we wrote that was kind of like a fun thing song, "Light Me Up," and that's a spin on love. That obviously, if you know me, light me up, hold me in, let me out. That's obviously I'm smoking a joint. So we sat down, and my guitar player said, "Man, I want to write a song about smoking a joint." And I was like, "Okay, but we can't just like we have to make it kind of cool." So I was like, "Let's write a story about falling in love, and the second meaning is rolling and smoking a joint." And so that's where the "Light Me Up" came in. And you know, when I'm with you, you burn me right to my soul. You know, you hit me right in the heart. And when I'm without you, it's like I'm lost. You know.
Oh man, I love it, dude, and it's a great song. It's a great song.
And the rest of the song, go ahead.
Is that off of the same album that sold out when you guys first at the set up your booth? Wasn't there an album that you sold out of all your CDs? Boom, and that night, bam, out.
That's the album's called "Keep on Pushing," and the title is about our story, about my disability. Our guitar player has cystic fibrosis. We went to Memphis and we're on top of the world. When we came back, is like one of the top 5 independent blues bands in the world, and the whole world shut down when COVID came, and we had to go through that. We lost our drummer, we lost one of our guitar players. It's just all this triumph and all this hardship, and we just had to keep pushing. And then obviously those guys pushed me around in a wheelchair all the time. So that album came about, and we released it at the Waterfront Blues Festival as a soft release. And so we only took 100 copies because we weren't sure what was going to happen. And those 100 copies sold in about 20 minutes.
Wow, man. Wait, it's that's the one that we play a lot off of like Spotify and stuff here on like whatever shows I'm on. And
Thank you very much.
I like them. They're good. It's good stuff, man. Oh, happy 420!
There it is.
Woo-woo!
My favorite time of the day of the year.
Oh, man. Every time's 420 at this house.
Yeah. know how that goes. So back to these songs. When you asked me about our writing, was well, we wanted to write stories that were true to us, without like diving into our skeletons in our closet yet. So one of the songs is one of our friends as a girl that was being stalked by an ex-boyfriend. They had dated, then he stalks her, and then she doesn't know that he's stalking her, and they're sleeping together at the same time. Then she finds out that he's stalking her, throws him in jail. He gets back out, and the sequel is they eventually get married.
Whoa!
So, and then we did take on Miss Carmen, we took a rock and roll approach and wrote that about hookers and drugs and all that. Which, if I'm being honest, I know nothing about hookers at all, because I've had the pleasure to encounter one. And I also don't know anything about street drugs. I know everything about pharmaceutical drugs. So, it's kind of an interesting.
Did you get to do any research? Be like, hey, lads, on this next tour, I need to put about 50 aside on hooker research or for this song that we're writing.
Yeah, it's all song, you guys. Oh, man. Could you imagine that's in our contract to a record label somewhere?
Yeah. Extra costs. What do they call that when you're trying to get into the acting? The in show business, method acting. So you gotta so that would be logistics in creativity. Yeah, that's how you would write it to the record label. Yeah.
Yeah, denied. Let me grab something just real quick.
Yeah, take your time. While you do that, I want to pull up this one song. I forgot to pause it. All right, so this song right here is off of the Keep Pushing album, and this song is Time to Bail. And this is featuring a LaRonda Steele, eh?
Yeah, it was a great pleasure and an extreme blessing to have her come and play on our album. She's a very, very well-known artist where we are, and internationally as well, but she's something special. This song is actually Keep On Pushing, which is it's time to bail, but keep on pushing is the tagline in there. That's where the album.
So this is the album song then.
This is it right here.
Oh man, all right, sweet. I'm glad we both chose this one.
My lungs are charred tonight. I'm feeling full of grace. 3 days from dying, I feel I'm at the end of my race. In troubled times, I see your smiling face, and you say to me, keep on pushing down that trail. I know it's hard, but it's not your time to bail.
Oh man, the chords. Woo.
It's getting hard to just. I keep on moving out here. Well, any day now. They tell me my time is near. In troubled times, it's all I want to hear. Hear you say to me, to keep on pushing down that trail. I know it's hard, but it's not your time to fail. Not your time to fail. They say I'll be gone
The horn.
in just a few hours or so. Say goodbye, boy.
Oh, yeah.
You'll know when it's time to go. In troubled times, I hope he sends me home. To hear him say to me, keep on pushing down that trail. I know it's hard, but it's not your time to fail. Now just keep on pushing down that trail. I said it's hard, and it's not your time to fail. Keep on pushing down that trail. I know it's hard, but it's not your time to fail. Now just keep on pushing down that trail. I know it's hard, but it's not your time to fail. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing.
Wow, man, that song. There's something on that song that just it's a hope, man. It's a song of hope, dude. And it's all about the hope. And Mr. Hobbies picked up puppetry because he knew he was going to get into his head. He had a surgery coming up. He knew he was going to get into those dark places, and he knew he had to confront it somehow in an entertaining way to distract him as he was healing from his surgeries. And he was on the nerve of the last one. And so us puppets were created out of that as shedding in love and excitement and trying to get out of that dark spot in our head that we could get into, not feeling worth or our full aptitude that we could be. And it's I hear that in this song, that music, that struggle, that trying, that those tears, those pains, those laughters, those accomplishments that you felt as you were striving forward in life. And that's what I love about that song, man. It's awesome shit.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that's what it's about when you when you're 12 years old and your whole life is changed and you have to lay in a bed and you know, for a while everything's surreal and it's all like euphoria, but there comes a time where it's like, am I just gonna lay here and die, or am I gonna get up and do something? And my choice was always, how early can I get up and how much can I do? Because I mean, I battled with my own shit laying in a bed, not being able to move. But there was people all around me in the same situation that chose to just kind of lay there or be so high on pills and stuff that they weren't there, you know. And it was like, not me, man. Take my ass fishing. I don't care. I don't care if you got to carry me and set me in the river to fish. Let's do it. I don't care what we got to do. I want to do everything I possibly can.
I battled pain for a while. I was the button pusher, and I was the one that the nurse would even come in and be like, "Hey, you don't have to use all your buttons push for the morphine and stuff." And I was working with other doctors in the state that we were in with legalization of cannabis, and with the cannabis to wean off instead of the morphine. And I don't know how honest you are with your doctor with your cannabis, or if you guys started getting on regimens or like pain pills that would not, you know, fuck up the cannabis, or the cannabis fuck up that, or you know.
No, I've been, from day one, I've been 100% with anybody I've ever come in contact with. Is this right here will change your entire life if you need something, and hopefully you don't need something, you know, because you know it sucks to be in pain or to not feel good or whatever, you know. But if you do, I mean, how are you going to trust people that are putting poison into your bodies and making millions of dollars off of you, when you could plant the seed in your backyard and literally make everything that they make in the same way? Just got to know how to process it. And I mean, you want something heavy, make yourself some RSO, take a giant gram of that stuff and go to the moon for a day. I mean, and the good thing is you'd never overdose on this. Your body would just force it out. So my doctors have always known, everybody I've been in contact with has always known, and I told them I don't want pain pills. I don't want to rely on any of that stuff ever. I truly don't.
Right.
I have to take muscle relaxers called baclofen as just a maintainer for my spasms, or like my legs would literally break themselves spasming.
Oh wow.
That's enough poison in my body as it is.
So that was a watering hole, just swimming and diving into shallow water, huh?
Yeah, I was just a kid fucking around and kind of trying to show off and be the. So I was 6 foot tall, 140 pounds, probably a little cocky, but definitely a daredevil. I was extremely athletic, extremely agile, and just thought I was invincible. And I jumped into the water, and it was 3 feet deep, and I just didn't know. And I hit the bottom and broke my neck in 3 places.
So whoa, fuckaroo, man. 3 places, dude.
Yeah. And never felt the thing. Never felt any pain until I woke up 2 weeks later in the ICU and just screaming, man.
Wow. Guys, if you're liking what you hear here on the IWK Daily Sesh with us joint puppets here, Hobbies Puppets, this is Johnny Wheels from Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys. You can swallow them. You can follow them on all social media platforms. I mean, if you're sexy and single, I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you saw him. But hey, anyways, that's a different fucking show. So, dude, let's you guys are recognized. You guys were recognized by the Muddy. You guys are Muddy award winning artists. And what was that for harmonica, or was that?
We have best new act. We have best regional act, and then I won the vocalist and the harmonica of the year award this year. The previous awards, best new act and best regional act, were 2018 and 2019.
Whoa. Wow. That's so awesome, man. So Jim Belushi Farms was another like thing that you got to perform and like do stuff. So that means you got to blow harmonica with fucking Jim Belushi, man.
Yeah, man, that's been an extremely cool, fortunate relationship that I've been able to, or lucky enough to be a part of. He was doing his dispensary tours and was playing in a little bar and happened to need a band, and my friend was the guitar player in the band, and so I showed up, and when Jim was playing, he was maybe 5-6 feet away from me at the most, and he's standing there playing, and he looked up at me and shook my hand, and in that moment I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I took the second to say, "I want to play harmonica with you." And
yeah.
He took it and asked if I had my harmonicas there, and so I brought my harmonicas in and we played music, and it was a really cool connection. And from there he had me come down to his house. He's invited me to his harvest parties at his farm.
Dude, that's awesome shit, man.
Yeah.
Wow, man, those are stories, man. So we always joke on how we're on this miracle life, dude. The lifestyles that people did not think that you could cross off a bucket list, like getting high with Jorge Cervantes or whatnot, dude. Or just different acts watching our act, and so to get to be able to perform. And they go to his harvest party, dude. But it's something that he created because he's breeding now too, isn't he? For his own stuff.
Yeah, he's doing everything, man. He's the forefront of legalizing marijuana nationwide, and
wow.
he's a very, very good person for this product in this plant. And not only Dan Aykroyd was there, man. I was on stage. Belushi and Dan Aykroyd at the same time.
Right, entertain him. And he was probably tapping his feet and being like, "Damn, check out Johnny Wheels and the way he blows." I mean, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
dude. So every time we're dancing and us puppets are having a great time, it's you whip out that harmonica in one of your songs, and it just it throws the whole balance of the harmony that you had to this celebration now, dude. This spiritual celebration that's like, just shake it out. Anything that might be caught up and keeping you from having a good fucking time, and you grab it and you yank it the fuck out of someone so they can have a good fucking time.
Yeah, man, it's fucking great. Music is the healing of everything. You got music, marijuana, man. You don't need anything else.
Oh man. So I'm gonna quick play a few commercials. Do you got a few more, like for some more commercials or more questions and another song? Or
I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm on your time.
Oh, sweet, dude. Yeah, no, this is great because then now we're going to have the puppets and Johnny Wheels and the Puppets, a show that now people can watch. It's going to be here in the Seed of Archives of what you can do if you don't just lay and stew in your thing. So I'm going to play a commercial and we'll come right back to it. So this will be 4 minutes. It'll give everybody time to pee and grab a drink as well.
Do that.
And so let's grab that, and I will see everybody back from the break. And thank you again, Johnny Wheels from Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys, for coming here on the IWK 710 Daily Sesh on Knock Network. Oh, wow.
Thanks, man.
Oh, I almost placed it close. Oh, here's this commercial.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? No Sir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. No Sir Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine and is spreading the education across the North. Activism, resources, referrals, and more at No Sir. Don't be a jackass. Say no sir to cannabis propaganda with No Sir. Find us at www.nocer.ca.
Psychedelic Tuesdays on NOK Network. Tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Psychedelic Reporters. Bufo Alvarius is scouring the newswires for stories being reported in the mainstream media on the psychedelic front and passing them on to Hobbies Puppets and Tara Simpson so they can bring them to you, our listeners, in this 60-minute video news podcast. Tuesday evening news. Join us for Tuesday evening news each week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all your news and information from the world of psychedelic medicine. Follow and subscribe to NOK Network on our webpage, social media, and streaming sites, including YouTube and Rumble.
Join us for NOK Network monthly specials, 12 months a year. Movie nights. Spotlight on entertainment. And live on location event coverage. Stay up to date about upcoming programming by subscribing to NOK Network on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Rumble. Check out our webpage at www.noknetwork.com.
Peace, news, and views on NOK Network. Patients everywhere advocating cannabis evolution with Kim Cooper and Sir Sativa. Joint hosts interview people in the grassroots and corporate cannabis space across North America and beyond. Sit down with patients, entrepreneurs, lawyers, doctors, and others share their journey with this medicinal plant. So join us for Peace, News, and Views. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where all consumption is medicinal consumption on NOKnetwork.com. Follow and subscribe to NOK Network on social media and streaming sites including Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble.
Advertising space available at NOK. Contact us for a rate sheet at knocknetwork.com. Send us a message on our social media platforms or email us at info@noknetwork.com.
Now we get back to the regular program. Yeah.
All righty, dude. Hey, everybody, thank you for coming back and watching here on the IWK 710 Daily Sesh. Our puffing guest tonight is Johnny Wheels from Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys. Woo! Man, it's so, oh, wow. What is that?
London Pound Cake 97.
Oh, awesome, man. So, wow, dude, that sounds so freaking yummy, dude.
3.5% terps. That's pretty good.
Okay. So our puppets are new to this whole cannabis thing. And right now we have a strain which is an Afghani berry with a blueberry cross. And both of them were European parents. It's we enjoy a lot of good stuff, from ice cream cakes to Max, and now we got this Jack Air and Derby Knights that we're playing with, and it's man, it's the plant, dude. The plant that brings us tonight on this show. And it's not just the music, it's not just the plant, but all of it together, dude, is a tool. The tools that we as humans or puppets or just as beings on this earth go to make ourselves right.
Man, we're social creatures. What's more social than marijuana and music, man? When we I was extremely fortunate. So when I was 18, turning 19, 2002, 2001 was right when it started to become real acceptable. Like 99, 98, they passed medical marijuana in the state of Oregon. I went to Dr. IWK, who, if you don't know anything about marijuana and the history, at least legalization, look up Dr. IWK medical marijuana. He was giving licenses to everybody that needed one, everyone that deserved one. We got them all taken away. We were all on the government's list of blah 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 blah. I went to another,
wow.
got my card again. I've always been the guy that's like walking down the street, there's 10 people and they're all smoking cigarettes. I'm like, well, give me a joint, man. If you guys can walk around and smoke cigarettes, why can't I walk around and smoke a joint? I've just always been that person. I love this plant. We grew up with the original Jack Herrera, original Big Mac, the original Oregon Blueberry, those kind of
Right, I'm just gonna say, fuck, the original bubblegum is out that way, dude.
And I grew bubble gum for like 5 years. I loved that strain.
Man, that's something us puppets want to put into a strain, is that old school bubblegum. We want to take our original old, that's why we made the Sister Sensei. We wanted the old school taste, dude, with the new school style, dude.
Man, I had this I don't quite remember what cheese it was, but in Oregon they were crossing Southern Oregon skunk with cheese. They were crossing everything with cheese, and I found an original Oregon blueberry crossed with cheese. They called it blue cheese, and I wish I could have kept that. That was a strain that I've never seen before that way. I've seen other blue cheeses all over the place, but I've never seen this one, and I wish I could share that with everybody, because it was just like, you open it, it's like rotten, like how rotten cheese should, like, it's
no. That's how some phenotypes get lost, dude. If somebody doesn't keep them those strong, unique phenos, dude, going, man.
Well, And then the other thing, and this is probably going to be a very unpopular thing that I'm about to say, but I really don't care, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's time to stop puppy milling weed and just breeding them with everything, because we're going to lose this plant if we keep just watering it down and taking, oh, so and so said this is strawberry cough, and so said this is Cincy Star. Well, I'm going to cross those two, and now it's like there's a reason that people study and cross these plants and do it and spend their life doing it, because it is a science to keep it the way it is. And I don't like that part of it. It really hurts me as a lover of the cannabis plant to see original and true strains that were truly mold resistant, that never threw a horn or premature seeds, or they were spider mite resistant. I mean, this plant is just so amazing, man.
No, that's where we're at. We're at a project right now where we're taking desert and stuff that can withstand high humidities and stuff, and trying to adapt that into something, because we have weather problems sometimes where, you know, humidity is like 110 degrees and hot, you know. So it's us puppets are that's if we it's like we lock ourselves in the imaginary world of research.
Yeah.
But our own guide is ourself. God save and bless us. But we get miracles of learning bits and pieces here and there from people that have shed the way and whatnot. But
yeah.
I don't think I'd ever. We're not breeding to sell our strains, but yet. So we have something in our own. I guess it's Puppet goes on tour and he has to explain to the studio why he bought some rag ass weed from a cop, and now he's sitting in fucking jail. At least this way, if I explained to the manager that why I got caught was with weed was so we didn't have these issues. No.
I call Johnny Wheels and say, man, get me out of jail.
Man. So, dude, I remember when I first was on an internet radio and the Puppets here, we were looking at killing up some time, and we started reading rock stars that get arrested for cannabis issues, dude. And it was like, dude, it's like right then and then I almost vowed, like, okay, I'm going to be a rock star plug, man. I'm just like, dude, I'm going to make strains that help with the cancers that now these guys are dying from. And no,
I got a stupid, young, naive Johnny Wheels story for you. I once took a friend down to the city park after dark, and okay, I can't use my hands at all. Okay, I can't really light a lighter or anything like that. I really, if I try really hard, I can figure it out. But
okay,
the reason I'm telling you this is we got caught smoking weed in the park. Long story short, we got caught smoking weed, and my friend, they take her out of the car and they're trying to get her to incriminate me dealing her weed. And I no, we were just sitting there smoking weed. So I leave that day. Nothing really happens. Nobody gets a ticket. They say, get the hell out of here. They confiscate my weed. I leave, and a few months later, I get a letter in the mail saying, hey, we have your weed at the jail, and you have a medical card, and it's okay. Go ahead and come and pick it up. And I was like, no fucking way am I gonna walk into the jail and say I'm here to pick up my weed. I'm not smart, but I'm not stupid. So I left it alone. I forgot about it. A year later, a cop shows up at my door to take me to jail for delivery of marijuana within 1,000 feet of a school.
What?
I was
A year later.
I was 988 feet from a trade school in that park, and they gave me delivery by consumption.
Whoa, wow. that brings me to my next question, dude. As a cannabis advocate and legal, obviously this is not the only. Is this the only legal issue with cannabis in the lifestyle? No. Okay. So numerous legal things. How does that, as a musician, how does that fuck with your worth, dude?
It doesn't. We're very respectful, but we're also very honest that where can we safely go smoke a joint? That's what we do. It comes with us. I have my vehicle. I have tinted windows. I can get in my car and I can smoke a joint. You know, we don't hit the stage. Maybe an hour before we hit the stage, we smoke and then go out and do our thing. And it's, a few hours later before one of us is going to drive at least, so we're
right. Well, and it's your pin. That's your meds. You use that so you can harmonica. Like I know a guitar player used to play for all these greats, lives in the Oregon, California area, and he will never be able to play professionally again because of the cancer. But dude, when he smokes a lot of fucking dab and eats a lot of fecal, that man can pluck the fuck out of his guitar.
Yeah. I mean, it's never bothered anything that we've done. We've maybe had some places come out and yell at us because the whole place smells like weed when we come in there, but we're in an extremely accepting state. I mean, marijuana has been basically legal in Oregon since the 90s. It's like it was never really a thing where you got in too much trouble, even if you did get caught with a little bit of weed. And it's been very fortunate to grow up in this place because, like, when we went to Dallas, Texas, when we were going to Memphis, and I mean, I didn't realize it was still a felony to have even a joint on you. And if you think I'm not going to go somewhere with a joint, you're crazy, I mean. But it also, I don't want to get in trouble, so I want to be respectful and responsible. But I'm going to push those limits because it's ridiculous that anybody's sitting in jail for marijuana. Absolutely crazy.
Right. I two felonies for growing cannabis without not being able to. A puppet. I can argue. Does the law include a puppet? But
I mean, we can't grow it, but the government can, huh? There's something wrong with there,
So record label wise, you I originally met you through Timmer and from you being on the Lightning in the Bottle Records label, man. And I'm glad to say that and see you on the label because I'm glad we met this way. It seems like you guys do a lot of shows out that way together as a label with other artists that are on the label, and I like that unity, man. I you don't always see it, but the fact that you guys can market each other like that is awesome as fuck. You guys even had Gemini Dragon from down here by us fucking come up by you guys and do a release, man.
Yeah, Timmer's he's a pretty strong force in going and getting things. And so when he was starting to do that thing and he approached me about being on it, I wanted to make sure that I had something to offer him as well, because he's trying real hard to offer us a lot of things. And so when we figured out it's a pretty good relationship, it's nice to have people like Andrew Matthews, who's pretty young, and come and play with us. And people did that for me. People let me as a young person on their stages, and I'm 40 years old. It's not exactly I'm old in the music business, but I'm not young at all. And it's time at some point to show people what I was given, And I've always been a fan of playing with other musicians because you learn something from every musician you play with, regardless of their skill level or anything like that. You learn either about them as a person, you learn about yourself as a person, you learn tones, chords. There's so many things just dive into learning and showing other people.
Well, and I'm glad you say that, because I was just about to ask you, as an artist, do you feel you have arrived, like not only on your skill level, but on the platform that not that you want to be that, but you feel the universe will put you, because nobody really knows. You know, it's like hitting a lottery sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I try to take time to reflect the blessings that we have been given, and we've done a lot of things that I personally know other people in bands that they would like to do those things as well. So that gives me a perspective of appreciating what's been given to us. But as far,
Okay.
I mean, my goal is to know what it's like to play in front of thousands of people, 10,000 people, 20. I mean, there's no number of people that I would be like, okay, I played in front of 10,000 people. I'm completely happy. I love playing music in front of people. It's a gift I was given. I know I can play music. I don't really know if I'm the greatest or not the greatest. I don't really care about those kind of things. I know I have heart and soul to give other people for at least an hour to take them away from their daily bullshit and make them forget about whatever they're hurting, whatever they want to hate in life, or whatever hurts them in life. I mean, I've seen people cry at my shows. I've had people come up to me and tell me thank you every single show for, thank you for the gift that you've given me. And it's like, yeah, people don't understand that's my gift, to take you away from your life for a little while, because that
As an entertainer, I love it. I love it, dude. I can relate to that. No, that's fucking awesome.
It takes me away from my pain. It takes me away from my crazy mind that, makes me think that maybe I'm not good enough or whatever. Everybody thinks that stuff at some point.
Oh yeah. Tell me about it. So right here in the background is that freaking Johnny Wheels the official Johnny Wheels in the Swamp Donkey. Honey, you want to puff off of this bar? Okay, all right. Okay, so Johnny Wheels, if you type in, oh, wow, I almost hit the wrong button. It's good stuff one-handed, sucks. So JohnnyWheelsBand.com, JohnnyWheelsBand.com. If you type in that will take you to the official site of Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys. And dude, when I was reading on who you staged with, man, Cheap Trick, I mean, Curtis Salgado, David Carr, man. Just, it's just even the Jim Belushi stuff. I mean, these are memories. These are things that people pay to have experiences, and you earn these by reaching there with with just like Lady Luck, dude, with your talent and your skill. It's like the universe places you with like these memories that people would love to have.
Those aren't all mine, man. Those are all the band, and it's like those guys have been around as well. The guys that have been in our band and the guys that are currently in our band. So it's
okay.
I'm very fortunate to be in a huge network of musicians, for sure.
So that's the other question. So when you right now with what's making up the Swamp Donkeys, it's as you perform out, and as I watch these songs, everybody gets an extra part sometimes to these songs to shine. Like, it's not just you. Like, these guys get to have a little duet with their instrument and just party to the song. Is that something while you guys are practicing, they're like, hey, check out this song I wrote, and started writing, and then they're like, oh, and everybody starts adding their part? I mean, is that how fine-tuned your band is right now?
I'm embarrassed to say that we don't practice.
Okay.
So what we do is literally a reflection of my live creation on stage at that time. I call all the songs on the spot. We obviously learn songs and we obviously go over songs together, but it's been a really long time since we've had a consistent drummer to actually practice as a band.
Okay.
So a lot of times I'm calling a fill-in drummer in Portland that we need, and we go up there and I call the songs, I direct the solos, I direct the music as I feel serves the song best, regardless of guitar players, piano players, soloists. I don't care if you want a solo. I don't care if you don't want a solo. At some point you might have to. At some point you might not at all. It's whatever serves the song the best and what the people want to hear in front of us.
Right. Well, there. Okay, so that brings me to now. So your solo parts are vibe inducers. Are they basically your vibe inducers and the vibes?
Yeah,
Right?
man.
Like those are your solo parts then.
It's improv. That's the way we do. That's the way we do our band, and that's the way my heroes do their bands. Is like Willie Nelson calls his shows on the spot. Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi, when I watched them film, were literally just having a conversation off the top of their head. There was no script that they had in front of them. They were. It's do it with your soul, man. Do what you feel and do what you.
Jay, can you shut this door? You know, kicked open.
Got a dog running around.
Yeah, well, and the kids been scooting on the scooter all day, like the little double go-kart, and now they're like trying to get in and kicking doors, and the dogs having fun.
Kick them out. Lock the door. Say, stay outside.
Right, just like what she said. She's like, what? Are you surprised the damn dog left the door open? I'm like, well, that's the kind of sound foolish. I'm angry at a dog for not shutting the door you open.
I taught my dog to shut the door.
What?
Yeah, I got actually 2 dogs. I taught them both to shut the door.
Whoa, dude. That's like. Wow, man, that's like viral shit, dude. You should post that on your Johnny Wheels page on TikTok.
I do. I will post it on my TikTok. You're right. I forgot I need to post that. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Hey, so you gotta get your kids a harmonica hobby.
All right. Yeah, I got. These are Jane's kids that us puppets get to hang out with in their lifestyle as growing up. We say this out of attachment, just in case someday she sends us packing and we're not attached. But yes, harmonica blowing is there's something about it, dude, that I enjoy. I like a mouth harp. And I guess that in a way you can say is the Australian tribal harmonica. Oh, wow, dude.
I got John Lennon. It's a John Lennon harmonica. It sounds like this. Like that. It sounds like that.
Wow, that thing looks so neat, man.
Cool.
I mean, holy cow, dude. That harmonica blows.
It's pretty good one. That's a good one. Sometimes I wear a shirt that says "Blow Me" with a big harmonica on it.
So this is your time, dude. This is your time for us to bring on, and we're hoping that we become so fucking famous as a puppet like movie act that people are going back in, check these things. We get this relationship where now we'll bring you on bigger shows as we get them and whatnot, and so we want. This is your time. What do you want our viewers that will be watching on replay, or even the 3 that are watching now? What do you want that way? I mean, mean, well, inspiring. Like even interviews, dude. Like when my musicians, they play their music to inspire people. I want the interview to inspire them and the brand the same. What message do you feel that you want, I guess, thrown out today?
I mean, don't ever lay in a bed and not do anything. And no matter how bad things hurt or how bad they suck, they do get better. Like it always does get better. It might get worse again, but it always does get better. That's it. Is we play music to make people feel good, and that's all I really want to do. Check out our Facebook, please. That's where we communicate the most. We run all of that. So if you want to talk to us, please send us a message. And there's a movie that came out that we're in that still needs promotion and still needs to gain traction. It's called Lorelei, and everybody needs to watch it. And it's on Hulu currently.
Okay, Lorelei. Jen, did you see that? Lorelei, we're watching Lorelei tonight. Romance night, rubbing feet and shit.
Pretty awesome movie, and we got a feature spot with an original song in it. So,
wow, dude, wow, man, that's that. So, what original song is it? One of the ones off of the album, or did you keep that separate?
No, it's called "Lovers with the Blues."
Oh.
It's a song that we just released on for the movie, on the movie.
Huh.
So you got to watch the movie to hear it.
Yeah, I do gotta watch the movie to hear it now. And I'm trying to pull up your guys' Facebook page. I have it with these tabs here. The StreamYards allows me to.
The link is facebook.com/swampdb.
Wow, you ain't kidding. That's exactly what it is. 4-time Muddy Award winner, dude.
My dog left it.
Wow. Is that something common? Like, I mean, how hard is it to win these awards?
I mean, well, I feel pretty fortunate to win them. It's all voted upon by our peers in Portland, and in the Cascade Blues Association. So extremely thankful that they chose us. It says a lot. It's all, the musicians and the club owners and the friends and fans that watch us play that vote on those awards. So.
Okay. So in Williamana, Oregon, is that close to the Washington border as well, or?
No, if you look at a map, Willamina is basically where Salem is. So we're almost dead center of the state, kind of. We're about an hour and a half away from Portland. So 2 hours away from Washington.
Okay. Wow, dude. So does that open you up to a lot of festivals in the Seattle then? You hit a lot of big major blues festivals?
We've done a lot of the Oregon blues festivals. But being where we're at is really tough because we're not in the music scene. We don't live 10 minutes away from the music scene. We live 2 hours away from the music scene. So we've had to do a little extra work and a lot of extra grinding to get up in those areas and get noticed. And it's all because of people that have come and seen us play and word of mouth that go and tell other people how they like us, or if they think we're shitty, then that's okay too, man. Just tell people about us. That's all I care about.
Dude, I know I do, and I do with creators too. I always tell them to go hit up Timmer and go talk to him about playing you guys out on their shows and shit, because it's almost like people are wanting to watch Facebook and TikTok and other stuff instead of regular platforms of entertainment. And so now this is a way to advertise out there, dude. And you don't know how grateful I am, as I want to continue being in the music or in the media, in the entertainment industry, to meet a artist of your caliber, man. And it's I hope our friendship is one of those things that it's like, dude, like I said, if we get on a national like radio show or a television show, dude, we're gonna have Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys as one of the musical guests, because it's and it's not just it's something about your talent, dude. It's I feel people meet these paths and these different things as they go up in life, dude, and they make each other's brand look sexy. And it's one of the, nobody really needs anybody. Nobody really needs them to be there. They don't need the viewers. They don't need they don't really need it to a point.
Yeah.
However, it's nice because you know you're not doing it alone. You know you're not fucking like being a dick as you go out and perform. You're trying to keep some sort of unity of something that has been passed on from generations and years of other entertainers.
Yeah, I want to perform and I want to make people happy. I mean, if I just wanted to play music, I could sit in my fucking living room and play music.
Right.
I'm the only quadriplegic in the entire world doing what I do at the level that I do it. And it's I hope to see somebody else do it, but I'm here to tell you that this is an extremely hard road for somebody in my condition to do as like a working performer on your own, independent. I can't go sleep on couches and shit like that, you know, or else I'd pack up in a van and just sleep in my van and tour the entire country. So it's
right. Have you thought of ways to be able to safely, like, did you look into like the camper, like the mobile ones, to where you can go on tour with equipment and do stuff like that and make yourself more mobile?
I got a Sprinter van, but you know, unfortunately, money's a very dominating thing in this society, and so when you're in a special needs position, it just seems like everything costs 1,000 times more. And so you got to be patient, you have to be strategic, you have to find people that are willing to take a chance on you and spend extra money to put me in a hotel so I can come and play 4 or 5 gigs in a week in your city.
Right.
And we've had some extremely cool people. We're going to New York this summer. A very cool couple saw us in Memphis and have decided that they're going to bring us to New York and try to get us the opportunity to expand in that market for 5 days. So,
wow.
Yeah, it just takes, it does take help. You know, if I don't need any of this, I could stay home and not do anything, but I want this really bad. And it takes people like you, people like Timmer, your boss, these people from New York, Jim Belushi, to be willing to say, hey man, I'll take 5 seconds out of my time to at least listen to you and hang out, because that's all we got, man. Word of mouth,
right,
and each other.
Right, dude. What? Oh man, it means so much, dude. It means so much when somebody at a Callister that played at a professional level to look at you or a camera and be like, "Hey, I believe in you. I'm gonna give you a shot, the same shot somebody gave me once." You know, like one of those things, dude. Right? And that's the warmest fucking feeling.
It's cool. Yeah, I mean, like, I've shared stages, like I said, with Jim Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, but then Scott Law, who is, I don't know how many other people know him, but he's a fucking legend in jam band areas. And then also like my band members, Taylor, Brandon, Jimmy Bott, these people that we play with some really cool musicians and some really caliber people. So
Nice. So these are guys that have had careers, guys that have been in other bands and other things and stuff like that. And
yeah, Brandon was in a pretty successful local band when I met him, and he decided to come and play with us. Taylor and I have always we started this thing from the ground up. So but yeah, I mean, and then other like I said, other people that are famous, or whatever that word is, but are nationally known, that let us come and play with them, and then they turn around and go, man, we like the way you guys play. It's like, man, that's a pretty cool validation. Tony Coleman, we played with Tony Coleman's BB King's drummer for 20 years.
wow.
And he tells us, you guys are really good musicians. You know, it's like, he's not just filling us full of bullshit. He lives 15 minutes from my house.
Oh, no shit, dude. So you guys, do you go over and jam?
Yeah, we just did that this last week. Actually, we were playing that TLC song Waterfalls.
Oh man. Oh yeah. That just sounds so fucking awesome, dude. To just go play, live and breathe the music, go and redo stuff, man. Do you see an upcoming album? Do you see one coming on the New Horizons? You got something tinkering in that old noggin of yours?
Yeah, we got some ideas that we've been procrastinating around for quite a while, and it's long overdue that we get that done. So we've been kicking those things around, trying to figure out which way we want to go with them and how to make them happen. So hopefully,
Wow.
I would hope by next year we got a new album out that's pretty kick-ass.
Wow. That's gonna be so freaking awesome to hear what where you've already taken your songs.
In the meantime, re-release our live album that we did of cover songs. So at some point that'll come out.
Really?
Yeah, that's where that Feels Like Rain cover came from. It'll be on that album. So
Oh, okay. All right. Feels like great. So who originally did that, man?
oh man, you're putting me on the spot.
Oh, I, that wasn't Johnny Prine, was it? No.
Yes, it was either him or John. Yeah, it was John Prine, and then Buddy Guy, and Buddy Guy brought it out and really sent it like in a global market when he redid it. So I think everybody's redid that song.
Have you? Okay, so you said that Willie Nelson is one of your little seed starters or whatnot, and so Willie Nelson, can you do you see yourself doing a cover? Like, have you thought about doing the "Light Me Up and Smoke Me" or something like that? Or, I mean, you guys got "Light Me Up," you know.
Light me up and smoke me when I'm gone.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that, to be honest with you. So
I mean, is your heart in it with versus originals to covers? I mean,
yeah, I mean, what we built this on was taking cover songs and making them our own, and just kind of saying, if you want to hear it the way it's played, go listen to the CD. But if you want to hear our take on it and what we feel like the song, means and feels like to us, then that's really cool. So it's just one of those things that I never really I've listened to that song. I've just never really sat down with that song. So it's not a shabby idea,
Okay. So I look over at Spotify, and your most number one played song is "What Kind of Woman Is This" live.
Okay, yeah, we learned that off of Buddy Guy. That's which again, that'll be on that same album. So we released this album. We went into a recording studio and we threw this little dinner and show, 50 people, sold tickets, private, blah, 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 blah. And we played for 2 hours, and we took the best 8 or 9 songs out of that 2 hours and made a live CD, licensed them all, and released them, and sold maybe 100 copies or something like that. And then we kind of just put it away because licensing songs can get expensive, and I don't want to rip other artists off. So then we did our own album, and now we've decided, well, we should go back and actually relicense all those songs and re-release that CD, repackage it, maybe remaster it, and people would really want to hear that. So that'll be like Light Me Up, Feels Like Rain, What Kind of Woman Is This? I think we did like a Miss You Superstition mashup and a Roadhouse Blues mashup.
So Hoochie Man, is that that's a cover too, or is that original?
No, Hoochie Coochie Man's I think it's a Muddy Waters tune.
Muddy Waters. Okay, because I've heard somebody say, like I said the A word to the lady that plays music in the little box, and I'm like, hey, play this, and she played it, and I tried to play you, but she played somebody else.
Okay, yeah, that's been done by a lot of people. Buddy Guy, probably most famously by Eric Clapton, I guess, but that depends on who you talk to. Probably most like popular people have heard it by Eric Clapton.
Oh, wow! So one more.
That's the movie Roadhouse and Jeff Healey.
Oh, dude.
Jeff Healey was amazing, just absolutely mind-blowing. Definitely a guitar player's guitar player, man.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. It's this is fun. This was a fun time. We're gonna play one more last song, and then we'll play the closing credits and shit. But for the song that I was thinking on was George Fisk, man.
Oh yeah, that's about the stalker, man.
That's the one about the stalker of the story you told us.
Yeah, this is a warning to women all over the entire world.
Right. It's funny. We tease Mr. Hobbies because Jade let him come down from up north in the upper Michigan area, northern Wisconsin, and come down here, and she knew nothing of him, and it was just trust that he wasn't a creep or idiot. Well, I mean, not saying he isn't, but I mean, it could have went as bad as where this song is.
Around the corner, peeking over the fence. I'm looking through her window, building more suspense. Messing with her hair, sleeping in her bed. She said, I know that you're watching me. You ain't got no decency. You looked her in the eyes and finished his tea. How long have you been standing there, looking in my room? Do you see me comb my hair? Yeah, yeah. Spraying on my sweet perfume. Countless different numbers. And every time she wonders, I know that he's watching me. He ain't got no decency. He looked her in the eyes and finished his tea. I've been waiting for so long. I wanna feel you in my hands and hold you in my arms. You call me late at night, you say it's okay. Won't you come over for just a little while? Then I feel the distance all again. Could it be that you're so ashamed? I should have finished you before I finished my tea.
Oh, wow.
Red and blue lights flashing. A warning has been sent. Mr. Fist, the man that told you that bitch is looking for revenge. Messing with her hair, sleeping in her bed. She said, I know that you're watching me. You ain't got no decency. He looked her in the eyes and finished his tea.
Wow, man. That song was awesome, dude. So even like singing about a stalker sound fucking awesome, dude. Oh, where'd the sound go? I can't hear you. Hello? Maybe if you leave and come back. Sometimes when you click on the phone while you're in a show, you gotta leave and come back because of the audio issues. Yeah, I always hate that when that happens. But if you want, dude, because I can't hear you, we were gonna play just that one song. And then play the closing credits anyways, dude. So, I mean, you can give me a thumbs up if you want a quick leave and come back, or we can close it right at this moment. But while we think, I'm going to smoke this bong real quick. Oh, there's Johnny. Right there. There he is.
I lost.
Yeah. All right. Can I hear you now?
Yep, I'm here. I got you.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, Jade's got some weed of her own there. What's this, babe? What kind?
Sour Patch.
Sour Patch. Oh, that's delicious, man. Things have been. You were talking about strains, and like, oh man, it's like everything's a genetic of a genetic of a genetic, dude. But at the same time, I seen a landrace Jamaican, and that didn't look as sexy as some of all these other strains. So I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
Man, I grew a Willie's Wonder, and my buddy had this strain that was ruderalis crossed with it was an Afghan, ruderalis crossed with an Afghan, and it was
Okay.
called and I would get a strain back, especially in Oregon, because ruderalis is pretty mold and mildew resistant and finishes pretty quickly.
Oh, okay. Is that why people like Jorge are telling you to go check out autos, because they're more mold resistant and resilient and stuff like that?
Well, because it's also because they finish fairly quickly. When you can grow from seed to finish in like 70 days, you can do that outside pretty easy. So in Oregon here, when it like the end of September comes, it's like 99% humidity and starts to rain the 1st of August, and you can't put plants out till June. So you can do the calendar math on that and see how screwed you are when it comes to the growing.
Right. No, you almost have to pre-start them into flowering just to get them done in time by fucking September.
Yeah, I mean, we sometimes can go till the 2nd week of October, so you can truly finish an 8-week strain, maybe, but you got to have it. You can't seed start an 8-week strain outside. You have to have a pretty decent sized plant to get a decent sized harvest,
Right.
So
Now you mentioned fishing. You go fishing, you go out and smoke some reefer and enjoy fishing when you dude. Fishing is a hell of a healing mechanism. It helps a lot of squirrels in the head.
If I ain't catching a fish, at least I'm catching a buzz.
You guys get salmon runs and steelhead runs and like really kick-ass like inland trout. I mean, you guys, man, we're talking like kick-ass fly fishing area in that Oregon, Washington area, man.
Yeah, we do. There's a lot of drift boat fishing here for steelhead. Our steelhead runs on rivers that you can walk across are pretty epic.
Have you always tried to do healthy things and healthy releases, or was there a dark spot that you had to get out of, man?
There's always a dark spot, man. I've done a lot of self-searching and healing and counseling, and realizing that going to a counselor and talking to a counselor is okay, especially if you got one that's like really cool and you can connect with. It's a super healthy thing to go to somebody that you don't really know and just bitch out your entire problems and get a neutral perspective of how you can help yourself. I don't know, counseling gets a stigma of like, oh, you go to a counselor, you're like fucked up. It's like, we're all fucked up, man. Name one of us that's not fucked up in this society.
Right. Well, and to acknowledge it, that and try to be a healthier you, man. And it's just not it. We're not cloning people. It's just everybody's trying to get people to be healthier yous. You can't go around smacking a guy's face in anymore. You can't go around you have to control your behaviors and your reactions nowadays.
Yeah, man. Why not? Like, really, somebody's gonna say something to you that gets you so mad that you're gonna like physically harm them? It's like, I mean, I've done it. I've gotten pissed off at people for saying something, but now I just think to myself, like, okay, whatever, I'll go home, smoke some joints, and play some video games, and get out of somebody on a video game. That's a good stress reliever there.
See, that's output. You found another output, dude, where you can go out healthily. And, yeah, no, dude, that's awesome, man. That's cool. It's you do hear people that are quadriplegic that don't do stuff. They don't try to be better than them. They don't whatnot. So I mean, I love the fact that you're saying that this, and you don't have to be a quadriplegic, or you could just be someone that is like depression is hitting you and it's making you sit in the bed just like a quadriplegic, man. And here's this guy right here that ever since a kid, he now goes out and he says it's rough on the road trying to do it, build a music career, but he's gonna do it because it's health and healing, man. It's that's the inspiration, and I love it, dude. Thank you so much, Johnny, for coming up on the show, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, everything that you know, I heard this as a kid, maybe you did too, but everything is mind over matter. Everything. You can control your mind, you can control everything. Just, man, breathe, smoke a joint, look at the green grass, and realize there's a lot of things bigger than we are in the world.
Wow. And that's just it, man. That's just it. So I want to leave this right here, dude. So if you do come up on, we got more stuff to talk about. We have more time. We do whatnot. Dude, thank you so much. And it's a Saturday night, dude. And I know this is your busiest fucking time of the night. And I thank you so much for coming up here, dude.
Thank you very much for having me, buddy.
All right, go check out Johnny Wheels and the Swamp Donkeys. They got their own page here on Facebook, man. You guys are watching Not Network and the IWK, and you're watching us on 8 other channels, man. So go check his channel out. Go give it a like. Go give it a follow.
Thanks, man.
All right, and we're going to close the show at that. Thank you, everybody, for coming in on the IWK 710 Daily Sesh with us joint hosts, Hobbies Puppets. We try to keep it entertaining, we try to keep it fun, and we try to keep it high here on the show that celebrates 420 and 710. Have a great night, everybody. And here is the closing.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident? Searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? No Sir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. No Sir Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine and is spreading the education across the North. Activism, resources, referrals, and more at No Sir. Don't be a jackass. Say no sir to cannabis propaganda with No Sir. Find us at www.nocer.ca. Advertising space available at NOK. Contact us for a rate sheet at knocknetwork.com. Send us a message on our social media platforms or email us at info@noknetwork.com.